Listen up, bros. Today I'm bringing you 5 underrated skills that make you sexy. And given that, I think that you should spend time actually cultivating these things because they will help you quite a lot, I think. And the first one is cooking. If you're a dude and you're in your 20s, and if you don't know how to cook, if you don't know how to at least be able to cook something that you can eat, right? You don't burn chicken, you don't burn steaks, you don't burn eggs. I find it quite hard to burn eggs, but okay. You cook things that are edible. You can eat it. So at the very least, you have to be able to do that. And if you can cook a simple meal, it doesn't have to be like super fancy. You don't need to like put a shit ton of seasoning. You don't need to like garnish on top of everything. It just needs to be, you just need to be able to cook something decent, you know? Be able to cook a simple steak, you know, saute some vegetables, and bake some potatoes. Like that, there you go, that's a meal, right? It's super simple. You don't need to be like super fancy. Just be able to know how to cook something simple. And that will make you extremely attractive when you do it. Because evolutionarily speaking, women were attracted to men who were providers. And therefore, providing in this modern age is taking a woman to dinner, cooking for her. It's these things where you're providing sustenance, providing nourishment for her. It shows that you as a male are capable of finding food, which is not really going to be a problem in this modern age, but we evolved to be like that. And you can take advantage of that evolutionary trait in order to be more attractive. Hence why cooking is a really attractive skill. Plus, wouldn't you be attracted to someone who can cook? I think so. So why wouldn't she? Right? The second is doing chores, and a lot of people do not want to do chores, myself included, at times. But doing chores is important, and we all should do it, but it is also quite attractive when a man does chores for his woman. Because for one, it's basically showing her that you care about her. You're getting rid of annoying things, somewhat stressful things at times, right? If you have like a shit ton of schoolwork and then you also have chores on top of that, that's more stress, right? And if you do the chores for her, right, you're getting rid of stress for her. And that is great for you because women, when they're stressed, are going to be quite unhappy. Or they're not going to be in the mood, if you get what I'm thinking about. It's like, if she gets home from work, and then also needs to do chores, and then also needs to cook, she probably isn't going to be in the mood after cleaning the bathroom. Right. So instead, if you do these things, if you cook for her, if you do the chores for her, and she comes back home with everything done, stress-free, she's going to love you more. She's going to think you are more attractive. And you get to have some fun that day. Everyone wins, right? The third is dancing. And dancing portrays the ability to control one's body. Right? Think about it. If you had Parkinson's disease, which is basically a neurological disease where you can't control your muscles anymore, you know, you randomly spasm, you randomly can't move for like minutes to hours, and then sometimes you just collapse. By being able to dance well, you show that you can control your body. Right? It's the opposite of Parkinson's, where Parkinson's you have no ability to control your body, whereas with dancing you have elevated abilities to control your body. And it also portrays confidence and your physicality, of which both will elevate your status in her eyes. And I think for one, a lot of guys today don't know how to dance. To be honest, myself included. But we should learn, because dancing is quite attractive. Like, just think about it. Are you more attracted to a girl who dances than a girl who doesn't dance? I think all of us would pick the girl who dances. Why? Because she knows how to move. She knows how to move her body. She knows how to, in essence, show off herself in a way. And dancing is simply a show of competency of your control over your body, which is attractive. The fourth one is just simply laughing at himself. Laughing at themselves, not taking life so seriously. Because nobody wants to be around someone who is grouchy all the time, who is serious all the time, who can't take jokes, who can't make jokes. It's why women love guys who are funny. People who can make jokes, who can make fun of themselves, who can make light of circumstances, who can live life happily. Because who wants to live with someone who isn't happy? Right? We all want to live with someone who makes us feel happy, who makes us feel joy. And not taking yourself seriously is one of those avenues to be enjoyable to be around. And not only that, it also portrays security and safety. It shows that no matter what the world does to you, you're still strong, you're still secure. Because if something bad happened to you, and then the next day you just start joking about it, right? It shows that it didn't get to you. Now, it might still get to you, right? But that doesn't do you any good. If you want to be more attractive, it doesn't do you any good to sulk for days. Maybe not days, but it doesn't do you any good to sulk for weeks. I can understand sulking for a couple of days, right? But for sulking for weeks, nobody wants to be around you anymore. Everyone can understand if, like, your dad died and you're mourning, right? And that can be months to years. But if it's for the rest of your life, are people really going to stick around with you if you're going to be super sad every single day and be depressed? Probably not. People are probably not going to stick through that because it's just too much. Your emotions have gotten too much control over you. You haven't moved on. You haven't looked forward. You're stuck in the past. And that's partially what laughing at yourself does, right? When you're laughing at yourself, when you're not taking yourself seriously, you're in the present, right? You're disregarding what's happened in the past because that's the past. And you're in the present now. You're focused on the present and you dismiss the past. And that shows that you can be present. You can be there. You're safe. You're secure. You are confident in yourself. And that's very attractive. And the fifth is kind of sad, but it's just chivalry. Like, it's just like holding the door for a girl. It's like these basic things. Like pulling out the chair for her, opening the car door for her. It's like all these basic things. And I understand why it's gone, basically. Well, first of all, feminism. And feminism is actually utter bullshit, but anyway. And then the concept of simps came in. I just want to say, being a simp does not mean every single nicety you do for women. It doesn't mean, oh, I say hi to this girl and I'm being a simp. No. Simp is simply being the, what used to be called, nice guy, You are basically being ultra nice to this girl so that you can get something out of her. That's what being a simp is. Holding the door for a girl, that's not being a simp. Unless you do so with the intention of getting something out of her, which then you could argue that, okay, that's probably, in that case, you probably are a simp. But for most parts, being chivalrous is not being a simp. And like, there's women out there who hope that a guy can do these things for them, who hope that a guy can open the door for them. I mean, just think about that. That is so sad. It's so sad that the standards have fallen so much when they used to be obligatory. Holding the door for a woman you used to have to do that. Otherwise, like, you wouldn't get a second date. These things used to be standard protocol with dates, with interacting with women, is to be chivalrous. That used to be the standard. And now it's simply a hope that women have. For one, if you are chivalrous, right, and women have these hopes, that just means that you are above their standards. And, well, does that not make you more attracted to them? I'll bet you hell yes it does. So we need to bring back chivalry, because I don't know about you, but doing chivalrous things just makes me feel good. You know, it makes me just feel like the man, really, you know? It really does. And it makes me feel like a protector. It makes me feel like I'm living to my masculine purpose to protect and provide for the feminine. And, well, if that also makes me more attractive, then, well, I am all here for it. If you've learned something, if you've enjoyed the video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and check out my 2 books in the description down below. They are linked to my Shopify, and I'll see you next time.